Welcome to NGS, where we dive into my hobbies, such as playing cards. Today I have a deck by JR. I'm not too familiar with JR. In fact, I don't even know who JR is, but this deck was given to me by a seller who messed up the order, and this was their, I guess, apology. They gave me a free deck, which was very nice of them. But the fun thing about this deck is really a few things. One being that the design is pretty cool. Very simple, but I love simple. And also that this is kind of designed in collaboration with Daniel Shneider. For those who are unaware, he's the one that does the Black Roses playing cards. They did like an anniversary one recently. I don't have any. I would love to get my hands on them. I've heard a lot of good things about them, but I haven't had time to put that to the list of things that I gotta get. But they will eventually be part of the channel at some point. It'll be fun. But yeah, JR and Daniel Shneider made this deck right here. See, playing cards by RJ, artwork by Cam Lee, designed by Daniel Shneider, manufactured by Cardamundi. This deck was new to me and it introduced me to JR. So let's go ahead and dive into this deck while we're right here. The tuck case is a gray and a matte gray. One of those kind of matte grays that kind of look like recycled paper. I love matte. I prefer matte colors over gloss colors any day. And then we have here a moth. That's what this is supposed to be. We have a club on the two wings. We have JR's, I assume his logo right here within a triangle, and the moth's antennas are circling around it. There is the moth's eyes, the thorax. I think that's what that's called. Is it thorax? I haven't been to school in a minute. And we have a little skull right here in the center with a third eye open. Wow, nice. Then on the side here we have nothing, easy. And on this side we have nothing. And on the top we have the JR logo in a triangle. And on the bottom, that I said earlier. Wow, if all tuck cases were this easy, I'd be throwing out content left and right, man. That'd be easy AF, Brody. But no, a lot of decks are intricate, but this is not an intricate deck. But there is a flaw to this deck, being an obvious one. If you couldn't tell already by the panning towards the area of there being something missing that should have been there from the beginning. No seal. No seal, no deal. But I'm willing to make an exception for this deck. And the back is just that blank matte gray. Nice. So let's go ahead and crack into these bad boys. On the front here of the flap, we have what looks like the waning and waxing of the moon. From a new moon all the way up to... there's no full moon. Underneath the flap, we have a little message here, like a moth to a flame. And surprisingly, the inside is glossy. Yeah, the flaps right here are gray, but the inside is glossy. Yeah. And here is the back design. That moth that you see in the front of the deck is what you see in the back of the deck, but minus the antenna-like, feather-like things going around the JR logo. And one of the things that you notice right off the bat is the air cushion lines or dots are very prominent. It's almost like someone just scratched the hell out of it this direction and then this direction, like a cross-hatched air cushion finish, which is fine. I mean, the deck is beautiful and moves around like a dream. Very springy and quite thin cardstock as well. We'll get to that in a minute. But your eyes did not deceive you there. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the back. So we have that same moth with the skull and the third eye open with the two clubs on the wings. And I'm sure I'm missing something here, but I don't think I am. But yeah, they're moths. And the background is just plain black with a white border. One more look at this. To the faces. It will not come to a surprise to you that the pips and fonts that are used on this deck are the same as the bicycle decks. But what will come to a surprise to you is they took like the Daniel Madison route. I don't know if he's the first to do it, but he's the first that I know of that did it. But the route of putting other magicians and colleagues of the creator into the deck by putting them in place of the court cards. So these faces you see on the court cards are actual people. I don't know them. I might know a few, maybe. We'll see, because I think Daniel Madison and Chris Ramsay are in here. But I don't want to say that and be wrong. So I'm just not going to say it at all. This Queen of Spades has a Four of Club reveal. She's holding the card. And the color scheme for the court cards, as you can see, are black and red, which is not the bright, shiny, like colorful neon red. It's blood red. My favorite red to see on cards. And that is the exact same color as the diamond and heart cards as well. And it is hard to make out, but there is an interesting like detail where there's a black outline on the pip and the indice, which is hard to tell, but it does make a difference. And it makes the cards look more, I don't know, three-dimensional. And I love that. There is Daniel Madison, I'm pretty sure, with a 9 of club reveal up there, and he is holding one of these cards in the bottom one. So you can do a reveal on this card as well, and that's pretty meta, I would say. Here is the Ace of Clubs, which you can tell they decided to leave the Ace of Spades hype behind and focus on the club, which is a giant moth with, you know, the moth we see on the back with a whole bunch of other things protruding from it. Like a rose here, we got flowers behind the roses, we got this like circle with eyes on it, I think, with leaves bursting out from it. And then down here we have all these patterns that run along the corners and into the center of the club. Warrior playing cards. Yeah, pretty neat. And the Queen of Clubs is holding a rose here, but over here she is holding a sword that says Warrior on it. And here we have a 2 of Spades reveal in the sword. And we get to the 2 Joker cards here, which both have a separate reveal each. This one having a reveal of a 4 of clubs, and this one having a reveal of a 9 of clubs. They, of course, have the moth and that same triangle that we see, you know, in the front of the tuck case. The exact same image right here. And it is looming over a what is this called? Hourglass. An hourglass, the sands of time, that has these wooden pegs that are running along the side and flowers that are growing out from underneath it. Looks like a dial down here. And then we have, hey, there it is. There's the full moon. And there you go. The waxing and waning phases of the moon. The opposite of what we see here. Pretty cool. And both have the same artwork, only difference is the reveal inside the sand. Now we get to the best part of this deck, in my opinion, is the gaff card that you saw earlier. This is a 2 of Spades, where a corner of it is permanently fixed to the back. The concept of the card is to rip off this corner here and magically make it melt into the back of the card. And then you can give this to the spectator for them to keep. Pretty cool trick. Been around for a while now. And then we have a duplicate 4 of clubs here. Again though, the quality is great on these. Let's go ahead and see how they go in a black light. Wow, they actually glow. Now that is awesome. I mean, look at that. That is cool. Let's have us a look at the tuck case. So the moth and the pretty much anything that is white on here is glowing. The gray is not, but that's expected. But yeah, that is a very nice surprise. And that is the Warrior playing cards. This is the Midnight Edition. I don't think I said that earlier. Sorry about that. That's what you come to expect with my content. Great. Subscribe and follow and like and notification bell. And also don't forget to eat your vegetables and drink responsibly. And if you ever cook bacon, don't do it without a shirt because you will probably burn yourself with the grease. If I can find these, I will put a link down in, the description as per usual. If not, you're going to have to get these off of secondary markets or have the company that I bought my deck from also forget to send you the correct deck and have them send you an extra one as an apology. Choices. But yeah, I said it in the last video, but I will also say it again that I'm doing a giveaway. I will make a video basically going over the rules of the giveaway. Link to that will be down in the description. If it says close on the title, then that giveaway is closed. Sorry. If it's closed, most likely there will be an open one. You're just going to have to look for it on the channel. I'm sure I'll have a playlist or something. But yeah, I cannot wait to see you right back in the next video.
You're dealing with the ghost. We are spitting facts, so don't mistake it with the boast. Looking for a lethal injection, we got the dose. We are giving the chills from your head down to your toes. You're trying to touch us, but you're dealing with the ghost.